Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's a good way to do it. Yeah.
It's the way
So
way
it's the
Ultra's
global
add the
volume.
music. Yeah.
Oh,
Huge
yeah,
add
yeah, I
music.
got
And
you.
we
Okay.
are live. Welcome everyone to the Somnium Show.
Hello! What's up?
Hello. Am I on? Hello. Hi, people. Welcome to the Somnium Show with your host, UltraLord, and me. I'm sort of here, not quite, but I'm here to learn about this RK99. What is it?
LK99.
LK99 and superconductivity and how it can affect our lives. So,
Yeah.
UltraLord is he's going to lead us on this topic because I've been trying to catch up. I've been trying to read about it, and I really don't know that much about it yet. So I have more questions than answers. So I have to let you start it out,
All
UltraLord.
right, cool. Thank you, WooferBlast, and thank you everyone for joining us
You're
on the
welcome.
Somnium Show. Today we're going to be talking about LK99, superconductivity, and you. Let's begin by talking about what superconductivity is and why this whole discovery is so interesting. So the whole idea is that they've discovered an superconductive material at ambient pressure at room temperature, meaning that it has no resistance when it's conducing electrons through its material. So imagine like computers without having to, use a fan to make it hot, or hoverboards, or
Yeah.
like
Levitating
self-making
trains.
cell
Even
or
cell
anything.
phones. I mean,
Yeah, it's gonna have. It could have a. It'll like basically the machine in your pocket would be 1,000,000 times faster and more powerful than anything we can have now. The applications of such technology are mind-boggling, truly. So it's pretty
I have a
exciting.
question.
Yeah, WooferBlast, please.
Okay, this superconductivity, this material, how is power transferred? Is it made into wire? I mean, it
Well,
has to
here's
be
the interesting
made into
thing.
wire
I
at some
mean,
point.
the material itself, right? It's a ceramic,
Yeah.
so you can't really make it into
Right.
a wire. I mean, it's a ceramic material. It's
Well, then it's
made of
useless
what?
then.
well,
In the story,
Oh, we solved that. All good.
solve that problem.
I mean, in a sense, the actual, it's pretty interesting. The lab itself is called Quantum Research Technologies, and they basically released their very first video of it. But I mean, it's a complete embarrassment because they basically took the material and they put it on a copper plate. And so imagine they have the material on a copper plate, which is like a coin, and they get a magnet, and then they're moving the magnet, and the material moves, right? And then when they put the magnet, it stops, right? But the problem is that they're using a copper plate, right? And there's a law called Lenz's law. Lenz's law, basically, it's a magnet, it's copper, so there's going to be some magnetism going on because of the fact that it's copper, right? It's not like it's going to produce the same effect as if it was like a superconductive. Whoa, yo, look at that guy. He's all the way up there. How'd you get up there, bro? Yo. Someone call the fire department.
Nice.
Yeah,
So how's the power transmitted then? How does the power transfer from one place to another?
well, the thing is that they
You have
channel
to
electrons through it.
line up a
It's-
million copper plates.
In a sense, it's interesting too because the
so
study
it's a
itself,
conductor.
it's a
Yeah.
it's supposed to be a superconducting
Superconducting.
material at room
Yeah.
temperature. But I don't know. I'm honestly, after like seeing the explanation of what was actually going on in the video that they released, that's pretty embarrassing. I mean, these guys are supposed to be creating physical materials, and they don't understand the material, the physical properties of copper. I mean, I was flabbergasted, honestly. I was like, geez, man, what's going on? But yeah, what do you
Is it
guys
safe
think?
for-
Copper is supposed to be a component of the superconductor, though.
Well, they
Like
put
I
it.
thought it was lead, this other mineral, and then
Yeah.
introduce like small amounts of copper or something.
Yeah, copper and
Like
sulfide.
they do need copper for it.
Yeah. But they
Okay.
put it
Did
on
they-
a
yeah,
copper
it says-
plate. So, yeah.
Yeah, it says it's a mixture of several powdered compounds that contain lead, oxygen, sulfur, and phosphorus.
yeah, pretty.
all heated at
basic
incredibly
materials.
high temperatures until it forms a dark gray solid. And it's like really tiny. It's a millimeter.
Yeah, exactly. It's interesting too.
Wow.
The study, when you actually read through it, when they actually talk about how much power they used, how it's in the milliamperes. So they're only channeling small amounts of power through it. So it makes you wonder, in a sense, like, is this material only limited to that much amount? You know, why not put more energy through it? Can it not handle that much amount? So there are some interesting caveats to this whole discovery. I'm hopeful. I think that maybe, if anything, it might introduce some new, upgrades to efficiency. But I don't know. I don't think this is it. I don't think this is the holy grail of superconducting materials yet.
I also think like the first experiments, weren't they finished in 2020 and it's still 3 years later hasn't been replicated at all? So like we're hearing about it now because they shared the video, right?
Yeah.
Like why is
Yeah.
it so popular now all of a sudden?
I don't know. I'm suspicious. But I don't know. Like, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on. Like this thing that, like you said, it's been in development for 3 years, and it's the holy grail. Like people are saying, like, we can't do it, and there are people that are trying to show that we can. You guys know in the movie Avatar, how
Yeah.
they basically human beings committed space genocide to be able to get a material that was like what they claim to have discovered now. So yeah, I don't know. But the thing is, like, there were other labs that were able to actually replicate the experiment. So yeah, let's move it around. Like, Nikki, what do you think about this new discovery?
I think the pursuit of, being able to overheat our devices is revolutionary. If they're successful, I mean, no more overheating computers, cell phones, those are the ones that I'm most familiar with. But I mean, wow, it would be such a discovery.
Yeah.
I hope I hope there's more to it than just that one video, because it doesn't sound like that was very promising.
Yeah, it was pretty embarrassing when I saw it. But at the same time, there have been, I think, 2 other labs that have been able to replicate the experiment so far. So maybe there's something to it. Maybe they did it. What do you
Also,
think,
they have
Olin?
replicated it.
Yeah,
I hope it's real. I would love there to be like an easier way to use energy and hopefully, more carbon neutral way to use energy. I don't know what would be a way that it's better if it is a real technology and something that we start using soon. How would that improve
Okay.
our existing, besides just the heat, being at room temperature, it wouldn't have to be generated or cooled or like what does that mean, you think? Because I don't know.
I don't know. I think if it's true, if they
Like,
actually
how would
did.
it change things?
I think data would be transferred probably more proficiently. I think there'd be less data loss. I think that's what they're going for, because whenever data is transferred, across a phone line or fiber optics or whatever, there's only packets of data that they're lost, or they're scrambled, or something goes wrong and they have to regenerate these packets and send them again. So maybe if it's more efficient, we'll just have more efficient transmission of power. You think that's one of the things they're going for?
Maybe, yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Thinking,
so
hoverboards, spacecraft.
I don't know about it being faster.
Faster than light. I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, faster than
Wow.
light? I don't think so.
Do you think we can go
and
past
How
I'm
do
still
you-
trying to get the
Oh,
basics.
no, I
Like,
can't do that.
what's the power transferred through?
through the
You've
material?
got this material. Yeah, you've got this material. Okay, say it's the size of a dime. Okay, now how is that power transferred from there to New York City?
I don't know. You can't make wires out of it. So
You can't make wires out of it. So how's it gonna work?
I don't know. Yeah. Who knows?
It's a material
I can't-
that transfers power, but You know what I mean? It's like a battery sitting out in a cornfield. Unless that battery's hooked up to something, it's not going to be transferring power to anywhere.
Yeah.
You see my point?
Yeah,
It would
I
be
imagine
small
if
things like
anything.
cell phones, like Nikki was saying.
It'd have to be small things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something where they
Yeah.
could like fit it into to the device itself, and at a millimeter, that's pretty small. I
So
wonder
they
if
ac-
they could
they
get
actually-
it smaller.
They actually touch through this material, so there wouldn't actually be wires. It'd just pieces of this
Well, what
material
if it was
touching
on
each
a-
other.
That would be
What
interesting.
if it was on a board somehow, and then the board was connected to wires that was able to, distribute?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I don't know.
Well, you know the way lead is on like a circuit board. Maybe that's what they use instead of lead. They'd use this
Yeah, that's what I'm
superconducting
thinking as
material,
well.
lay it out like a circuit board, and it would be transferred that way. Maybe that's how it works.
Yeah.
That
Well,
would make
hopefully.
sense.
And I'm surprised, honestly, that we could get a superconducting material from lead, copper, and sulfide. It's like, what? It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I think they've been working on this from before 2020 because I'm looking at the Wikipedia page for it, and they said that there's somebody named Tong Shik Choi who died in 2017, and in his will he requested that LK99 research be continued. So that's pretty interesting.
Cool.
And then it was renewed again in 2018. So they've been working on it for quite a while, assumingly before. Oh, I think since the year of 1999, actually.
Wow. Maybe this is like their big break.
And did they just leave all the data open for everybody to explore and experiment with too?
Yeah,
I think they.
So the
They
whole
purposely, left it
idea
open
now
for
is, bro,
everybody.
if many independent labs can actually make the material on their own using the
Yeah.
methods that they actually, spoke of in the paper itself, they walk through how to actually create the material, what material you actually need, the temperature, the pressure, everything. So right now there have been 2 labs
That's
that have been
cool.
able to create this material, and it has shown superconducting properties at room temperature. But again, the issue that always comes up when I look at it is that they're all only talking about like little amounts of energy. It just makes me wonder, is that kind of like, if you try and put more energy, will it not become super conducting? Like, is there a limit to how much energy you can actually channel
I see what
through
you
it?
mean.
If you try and put greater amounts, it loses the properties. It's not able to actually conduct it. That's what I'm thinking is like the issue with it. I don't think it can scale. I was really
Oops.
optimistic about it, right?
That's a
But then
big
I actually sat down before this talk and I did some reading, and
Mhm.
I was like, damn.
I mean,
that
it
sucks.
seems like, well, you don't get anywhere without, breaking, failing a few times, right? You have to fail to succeed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe this is a positive,
Maybe, yeah.
It has to be positive. They're still continuing, and I guess everything kind of sparked because there was a paper released in March of 2023, and that
Yeah.
may have sparked everything. And then the video that was in March. I think it was accepted in April. It says. I'm just looking at Wikipedia.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think it is it has something to it, and I think it will increase efficiency in some way. I just don't think it's the superconducting holy grail that we've been waiting for, because this is if they did discover it, and if other labs actually are able to produce it, then this changes everything. Changes the whole course of human history. It's like being alive when the transistor was created, and actually seeing the evolution of the transistor. It's like that kind of thing. So it's very exciting, but yeah, I guess we still have to keep our scientist caps on, guys. Hypothesize, hypothesize, hypothesize. Wilson, tell us, bro. Yo, what are your thoughts on this crazy discovery, this superconducting material that's going to catapult humanity to the stars? What are your thoughts on it, bro? Any
I
opinion?
don't really have any thoughts. I don't really know much about it. Is this the same material that we looked at the last talk? Is this the one that you've seen on the show thing that was on the IT talk that we did earlier on in the week? Is this the
It's
Same
called
material.
LK99. It's a
Yeah,
superconducting
I think
material.
you touched on it. A few,
Did we? I think we did actually. Yeah.
just
Yeah.
a few minutes.
Yeah. It's that material, bro. Any opinions? Come on, bro. It's like the biggest breakthrough potentially in like the history of like everything that's ever happened till now. You don't have an opinion on it, bro? You have to have an opinion on it.
Not at all. None. No opinion.
No,
Yeah.
Unless they can come up with proof it works. No.
And then what? And then what's
Well,
gonna
It's,
happen?
it's like everything. It's like the perpetual engine. How many of
Oh,
them
yeah.
have come out? You know,
yeah.
like they have videos and like, oh, I've just created energy. that
Yeah,
can be
infinite
created forever."
energy.
and it's not plugged in. Look, and they've got it plugged in some other way on a copper plate or some other way. So, like,
Yeah.
until they can prove it's real, no.
Forever
What
the
other
skeptic.
applications does this have, UltraLord? What other
Um,
applications does it have besides transmitting power?
Well, I mean, they use superconducting materials in I think fMRI machines, but currently the superconducting materials
Oh, that's right.
we have
yeah.
now only work at below room temperature, so you have to get it to below 0. So I'm thinking
Does it
like
have any,
applications like that. Medical.
Can it be used to cancel
applications.
gravity? Create anti-gravity?
Well, it does kind of create anti.
Or shield
Gravity.
shield
Yeah, I mean,
gravity?
if
and
they did
if
discover
you shielded
this, bro,
gravity, you'd
it
create-
basically means like
yeah.
Back to the Future hoverboards and jetpacks and
Flying saucers.
Yeah, exactly.
Flying saucer in every
Exactly.
garage. Yeah.
Everyone's gonna have flying saucer. And like super powered robots and and like
Yeah, really,
like
if you
some,
could use
like,
this,
anime
if you could use this
Japanese-
material, use this material to shield, if it would shield gravity somehow, and you'd create a little bit of lift by any other means, you'd have anti-gravity. It's a possibility if this material is that good at conducting electricity or power, it could be used to block it too. You know what I mean? You see what I mean?
Is
And
that
if you
not
could
one of
did
the
that-
biggest restrictions of the bullet train, like they do it on magnets. Well, obviously the loss of power transferred to the magnets because they're electric magnets.
Yeah.
I think it's the loss of power in that it makes it non-viable, like to make it mass produced.
Right now
But obviously
Oh.
they've got a train.
on
they've got a train
LK99.
that travels like crazy. No,
Oh.
I think it's more about cost as well.
Yeah, I'm reading that
lots-
Korean and Chinese technology stocks have skyrocketed.
Whoa.
Wow.
Like,
Nice.
Yeah.
So somebody believes in it, then don't they? Somebody believes it's good for something.
Yeah. Exciting time, guys. Exciting time.
Have to dig
Superconducting
into it more.
materials, aliens. What else is going on? We got like some like weird global pandemic going on.
Did you see
some
the alien stuff
crazy
in
war.
the USA? They're fighting over it. Just
Man, I'm suspicious
It's
about
insane.
that stuff, bro. Seems like awfully
I think it's a big
convenient.
distraction.
Yeah, it seems like a complete distraction. Like it seems like 100%
It
a
is, yeah.
distraction. Oh, I'm not willing to. I have the evidence, but I'll only share it with Congress. It's like, why, bro? What does that even mean? I have the evidence, but only share it with Congress. It's like, what are you afraid? Someone's gonna like kill you or something? And then, bro, like the only evidence he has are like accounts from other people. People coming up to him and telling him, hey, man, aliens are real. I saw them with my own eyes. It's like, bro, like, seriously?
Well, they've been saying that since what, the 1950s? So
Yeah, but I'm suspicious, okay? I'm suspicious. The government coming out and telling me aliens are real, I don't trust the government. I'm
I
not
mean, I
going to
don't think
believe them.
it's that hard to believe though, because their technology
don't
is
think
way
it's any
more
big deal.
advanced than the common person, so they're able to see things we're not, right? So
Yeah.
also the guy, isn't he like he worked with the military or something, so they're like doing all these kinds of weird things we don't know about all the time.
yeah,
but
but what if he's part of MK Ultra and has just been activated? I mean, my
Yeah.
gosh, I don't know.
It's totally
I'm
what's
sus
going
as well.
Do you
Yeah,
not
I
feel
mean,
bad for all
there's
the
like
people that they
100
told it was
tribes.
wrong? Like, you know, all the people over the years have come out saying, I seen aliens, and they got told they were like crazy and they were put in asylums, and like the government
I
went
don't-
after them
Sad.
and made them like look like the worst person in the world, and now they're.
I don't see
turning
where it's
around
so
and
hard to
saving themselves.
believe. You know, I don't see where it's a big deal to believe in life in other places.
What
I
if
don't
we're
see
like
it's-
an uncontacted tribe? Because there's like 100
Yeah.
tribes, right,
Yeah,
in
I
the
think that's
world
what- yeah,
alone
it's
What
that we
if
haven't
that's
reached out to,
Yeah.
and they don't
the
realize that
unwanted
we're
cousin.
like there's like advanced civilization anywhere.
Yeah, and we leave them
know,
alone
beyond
because,
what they
like, you
know.
know, we don't want to interfere,
such an
and
interesting
you know, we want to
concept.
leave them be
Well,
happy.
because
and
their
stuff.
immune systems can't handle us, like our bugs. They would die.
All of our
quickly.
germs.
Yeah.
We have too many
Sad.
cooties.
Wow, that's a very interesting.
We've
It's
got the
fascinating.
cooties.
We're just-
when
So
you
maybe
put
the
it
Yeah.
like
aliens,
that.
they care about us. They don't
Yeah.
want us to die from their bugs.
Yeah, it's totally.
We're like their ant. Are you saying we're like their ant farm?
Well, we're like
Yeah.
they look
They're-
at us like that
We're
tribe.
probably so
right?
stupid to them.
Yeah, they're like,
They're like,
"Ooh, look
oh
at
my
them."
god, they. I was
I
just
think we're
thinking, I was
just
like, if there's
the ugly
a
cousin
more
that they're
superior,
embarrassed about.
The one with the
They're
story
just
nose,
embarrassing.
you don't want to go
Yeah.
near. Yeah.
We're not really related to those people, are we?
They're
Oh
like
no,
those
we don't want to say
nasty
we're related
inbreds.
to those people.
They're made of war. Stay away from them.
Yeah, those 80% sacks of water walking around. But I totally, Oli, like, I 100% agree with you, and I think that's a beautiful way of actually putting that. Like, we are an uncontacted tribe. I used to think that, like, the whole alien thing was just some big, like, scam, right? Like, you know, it's like some government psyop. But I think I've put more thought into it, and I think the aliens are real.
Max.
I think the aliens are
Okay.
real, but I think they haven't contacted us. And sure, maybe they've come here a couple of times, and they've probably protected us from us killing ourselves with nukes a couple of times. But, you know, I don't think they abduct
speaking of,
people or...
what do you think about the Oppenheimer movie?
I didn't see it. I didn't.
Have any
I
of
didn't
you guys
see
seen
no.
it?
I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it.
I
What do you
haven't
guys
seen
think?
it all
I
the way
haven't
through.
seen it yet.
Yeah. You haven't seen it
I
all the
haven't
way
seen it yet.
through?
I don't want to talk about it.
What?
Well, I do actually.
Oh.
I just couldn't focus on it. It probably wasn't the
okay.
movie at all. It was just me. I just couldn't focus.
You're the
and
second
I started watching
person
it, and then.
to tell me that.
Well, I don't want to be like, well, it's kind of boring. I don't want to be like that
I
at all,
probably
because
won't
you
go
know,
see it.
Yeah, I want to go
I
see
was
the
just
Barbie
thinking,
movie.
like, how cool
it's supposed to
would
be.
it be
I also
if we,
want to
like-
see the Barbie movie.
It's beautiful.
like we
So
know
And I'm
that
sleeping.
I want to see that. I think it's so like nuclear energy has so many positive implications, and like so many governments like try to stop smaller countries from developing their own, you know, nuclear technology. But really, it's like the least pollutant and most efficient, right? A way of producing energy. So it's weird that this movie came out and they're like, you know, oh, it's so scary and
Yeah,
bad, and
it's
it's
kinda
like
weird.
it could literally save humanity, you know, as well as, you know, be destructive. But you know, it's just interesting. It's like I thought we were like moved past this horrible thing that happened. I mean, entertainment's entertainment. Like I'm sure, you know, the movie's entertaining, but
Yeah, it's
I
just
would love
The
to
only
weird.
see,
thing that
like,
worries
more,
me
like,
about
positive, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
ideas
Yeah.
on how we can use energy. That's what
Only thing
Oppenheimer
that
would have
wor-
wanted.
Yeah.
the nuclear. You can't produce nuclear energy without creating nuclear waste. That's the only part that worries me, and we don't know what to do with it. The nuclear waste.
Can't we make bombs out of
can't
it?
just
It's
bury
there
it.
forever.
Yeah, we can make
We wanna
bombs.
make
Yeah, there you
Mars,
go.
yeah.
Solution.
Oh my God.
Problem solved. There we go, bro. Yeah, so I think
But,
we'll make it.
yeah,
I think we'll
it
make it.
never-
We'll be fine, guys.
Takes millions of years to deactivate. you
Yeah, and
know?
it's kind of weird how they released the movie. I mean, like the way I was looking at it, I kind of think about it. I was like, you know, like all this talk about nuclear war and stuff, and then they release a movie talking about the atomic bomb. It's like I don't know. That's that's kind of like what was going through my mind when I heard that the movie was gonna come out. I was like, huh, interesting. Oh yeah, nukes. So
There's this really cool
Well, at least it's
educator
not
I
the
follow.
Terminator from the 80s that they're just releasing.
Yeah, they always
nuclear
keep
bombs, wiping everyone out.
re-releasing
That was
that.
freaking
It's
scary.
like they've like
Yeah.
completely like
Those were
destroyed
scary.
it.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Oli?
There's this nuclear educator named Isodope. It's like isotope, but Isodope. And they are really funny. Like they kind of like talk about nuclear power, you know, and comedy combined. But I've learned a lot from them just about how beneficial nuclear energy could be, and like how we would get rid of waste, and why it's like better than other alternatives as an investment. There's a couple places that just started nuclear programs too, like small countries. I forgot which ones they are, but yeah,
Can they get-
Isodope. That's a
Cool.
really
Can they
good.
get Can they actually get rid of the
Teacher.
waste or neutralize it somehow?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
I don't know. I know that it's like somehow the way they explain it, they were saying that it's like the least dirty energy. I
Oh,
don't know if it's
okay.
the process they're promoting that's different, because I know there's different processes too. There's like
Yeah.
fission and fusion and I don't know what else, but
I live really close to
It's
Fernald, which
convincing.
was Fernald was a uranium processing plant. They tried to tell everybody it was a feed production place.
No
They just
way.
made animal feed there, you know, and it closed finally years ago. And the place is still there. They turned it into a park, believe it or not. And there are just these 3 giant pits of radioactive material, and they covered them over, and they monitor it, I guess. But that's all they can do is just bury it. And that's all that. Just bury it and
that's
hope you
bad.
forget about it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I kind of yeah. Have you guys ever heard of clean coal? So clean coal.
Of what?
So basically, like you
Clean
know
coal?
how you use coal as a form of energy. Like there's different
Mm-hmm.
types of coal, right? So when we think of coal, right, we usually think that coal, is polluting the planet and stuff, right? But if you actually look at like coal that's made and used in like the West and stuff, a lot of it's called clean coal, which is coal that they actually scrub, and so you get less waste, less emissions, and all this stuff. And yeah, I'm just kind of like that kind of like occurred to me. Like I don't see what like China, right? China is like increasing its amount of coal and all of this natural gas energy that it's using for its energy production. And it just seems, yeah, I don't, like I think we should stay with coal. I think coal is good. I think coal is good. Coal and oil. Those are some of the best things for the planet, guys. Because check this out. Hear me out. Okay. So what do trees breathe? What do trees breathe? Trees respirate
Carbon
like any other
dioxide.
organism. What do they breathe?
Oh, what do they breathe out?
Carbon
No.
dioxide.
What do they breathe
They
in?
take
They
in
breathe in
carbon
carbon
dioxide.
dioxide and they release oxygen.
Yeah, and they breathe out oxygen.
So if there's
That's
more
correct.
carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, right? That means that the trees should be getting more of what they need. So,
They should be getting nourished.
right?
It's
Think
their
about
If we're
that.
getting more, do we have enough trees, or are we?
Yeah, we'll just plant a few more
We
trees.
should just plant some more
There's
trees.
a lot of-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, I hope we have enough trees. So yeah. And yo, X-Max, please, bro. We need you to give us your closing thoughts on superconductivity, the production of energy, humanity's great leap forward to an infinite future of wonder. What are your thoughts, man, on LK99 and the future?
Yeah, I saw a video on YouTube a couple of days ago where this guy talked about it, and I was amazed to hear it. And I'm looking forward to see the progress if other people are going to replicate it, and will be really
Yeah, there have
Nice
there
to
have
see
already
the
been
progress,
2
yes.
labs in China that have been able
Yeah,
to
that's great.
actually
Yeah.
make the material, and it's exhibited the exact same properties as described in the paper. So that's pretty exciting, man.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think is its applications going to be?
So basically, I think everything that we know today that is made with the type of superconduction, but like freeze, right? Everything could be done now in normal temperature, right? And everything has a lot of potential. I think what it comes from technology and all the.
So what
stuff
are
that you can
you
do with
what's
it,
what are you
right?
most excited for its application to be in? What are you looking
I
forward
think
to the most?
I think like performance when it comes from computers. Right now, there is of course the barrier from the heat, right? Most people can't afford to cool the PC
With liquid
hydro
cooling?
with liquid hot. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. The really
So you think like
That stuff is-
games are gonna be like better?
yeah. In general, computers. I think yes. So
Exciting.
the way
Cool.
we know, yeah.
Hopefully
I just thought of something.
it's real. It's maybe, yeah.
Oh,
What's on your mind?
I'm
What's
sorry. I
the
didn't want to interrupt.
No, you didn't interrupt.
Okay. I was just thinking, since we can use this material to create energy without overheating things, maybe they can create new super magnets, electromagnets that could be used for a lot of different things.
Yo, think
Like you could
about its
use,
applications in cooking. Wow.
well, cooking. I was thinking more like transportation, like you have trains suspended on magnetic rails, and just have trains suspended on rails that are just powered through these tubes or corridors or whatever, and held up by magnets. So there'd be no resistance. They could go really fast. They wouldn't overheat. That'd be one application, I think.
Dude, do you think maybe like we could
You
have
know-
like heatless cooking
Cooking,
without heat?
yeah, have
Heatless.
Yeah, think about it. Because
Without heat?
yeah, I mean, if you have a superconducting material, right? If you have a superconducting material, right? I have this like superconducting material. I have a wire, and I stick the wire onto the material, and now I'm transferring electrons through the material. So there is energy that's actually flowing through the material. And what if I get a steak, right? And I throw that steak onto this like, superconductive grill. Now you have electrons going from the material into the steak. So now they should increase the overall, like when you heat a thing up, you're basically like jiggling things around the, like what is heat except it's the
Vibrating
atom,
atoms.
it's like being more energetic. So it's jiggling around more.
Okay.
And you have this like change
So
of
it's like
states, right?
microwaving it, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind well,
Microwave.
yeah, kind of.
So-
But I think without all the
What I hear is
radioactivity.
it's like cooking with lightning. You hit it with lightning.
Kind of, yeah. That's,
Oh
that's
my
what I'm
God.
thinking. Yeah.
Well, it would have to
It's
be.
like,
Are you saying,
we
like,
need to zap it
static-
for 2 seconds?
Static would be like static electricity would be the source of energy, because this could sound super
cook
stupid,
with?
but I don't understand the engineering. Like, doesn't there still have to be a source of energy
Yeah.
for the conductor to have any power at all? Because
Yes.
it's just conducting, it's not creating.
Yeah, right.
It's not like a
It's not
source,
creating
right?
the power.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
is it pulling static from the
No, I mean,
environment, or what?
No,
How does it work?
they have it actually, plugged into. Well, in a sense, yeah, it's in the environment. Like
Maybe just like battery powered, like it would need like lithium or something, like
from what I've seen, the experiments, like they're doing it based on the material floating. When they see the material float, the two that I've seen, they're like these little materials and they seem to float. So I honestly don't know.
And you said it's plugged in?
No,
like to
no,
the
it's
copper
not.
plate?
No, it's not.
It's
It's
not?
not. It's not plugged in at all. I mean, the idea of seeing if it's
Oh.
superconductive or not is if it if it negates the Meissner field, the electromagnetic field, and so like it reverses it. So if I had a superconducting material and I put it on a magnet, it should float, because now it's reversing the magnet's magnetic field and it's releasing the magnetic field that's in itself. So that's the whole idea. But yeah, that's actually a really good question, because I
That's
haven't
why I thought
seen
we
the
could-
material connected to any power source.
Just to say, that's why I thought we could make like floating cars, or or trains, or flying saucers, or elevators, or whatever we wanted. They would elevate with this conductivity. You sort of
And they're relatively
Cancel out-
cheaper materials, right, than existing.
is it cheap?
Yeah, it's like lead and copper, but I think the process isn't that easy. Like you need specialized equipment, so I don't think it's as cheap as we think it is. So
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, it's really interesting. They're saying basically get some lead, some copper, and now you have like this reality-changing, history-making material. It's like, seriously? I don't know. But I think
Have to wait and
something
see.
good will come out of it. At least now the discussion. I wasn't even thinking about superconductive materials at all, like until I heard about this. I was like, huh. I was like, whoa, interesting. So maybe the discussion
maybe it'll
has
at least
begun.
get people
and
thinking.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think if
people
anything,
going in the right
something
direction,
good
maybe.
will come out of it. Some upgrade to efficiency. So yeah, looking forward to the future, baby. Let's keep going. Let's rock it. Yo, everyone, huddle, 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 huddle. Yo,
Exciting.
jump in, jump in, jump in, jump in, jump in.
What?
Yeah, picture time, picture time. Yo, superconductors, here we come, baby.
Where do
yeah,
we
just
go?
stand right there, stand right there. WooferBlast, go more into the frame, yeah. And then look at me.
Yeah, ultra
Yeah, look at me,
fire.
look at me. Yo, okay, hold that smile. Wait, whoa, move, guys. I wanna. Yo, hold that smile. Yo, 1, 2, 3. Woo, future! Yeah, awesome.
Nice to see you guys. Thanks for hosting, you guys. This was cool.
Thanks,
I have a
Ozy.
lot to learn
Something to
about.
So
think
awesome
about, that's
seeing
for
you.
sure.
That's really interesting.
And thank
Well,
you,
guess
wonderful
it's gonna be-
viewers, for tuning in to the Somnium Show, where we
we
have weekly discussions about fascinating things. And thanks for joining
But all I
us.
heard
Yeah,
was
Love
like-
you.
it's a
Have a wonderful
material.
night.
Every time I
We're
come,
gonna
I just
make
start googling.
cake and yeah.
That's what I did too. I just opened up Wikipedia. I'm like,